Hello Internet! Today we're going to be showing a brief primer video about the new weapon attribute that was introduced in yesterday's free DLC, the Armor Strike. Long story short, this skill gives the weapon's wielder the ability to cut an enemy's defense and resistance stats in half after they hit them with a critical strike. The trade-off is that if the wielder is hit enough times, they will also have their defense and resistance cut in half as well. What I'm showing you right now is a before and after split of Liana's stats. You'll notice that her resistance isn't quite halved because her partner, Hinoka, gives her a bonus to resistance. Now, the promo materials for this game mark this attribute as a high risk, high reward, but I feel like that's a bit exaggerated. The reality is, you won't be getting hit nearly as much as you will need to in order to lose your stats. And this is basically the developer's way of encouraging players to focus their playstyle around building the stun gauge. For those of you guys that aren't familiar, the most reliable ways of getting stun gauges is to either do a strong 5, which is 4 regular attacks followed by a strong, against enemies that you have an advantage over in the combat triangle. Conversely, you can also consider doing a strong 4, which is 3 regulars and a strong, and follow it up with that strong 5 from before. As well, summoning your pair-up unit can expose the stun gauge. Armor Strike is an insanely useful skill at any level of difficulty, and it counts as its own attribute slot, meaning that you can put it on any weapon that you want without needing to worry about removing any slots that already share the same category of attributes. Even better, the defense losses resulting from Luna can also stack with your armor strikes, letting you chew through high-level captains with ease. I believe that this attribute was implemented into the free DLC for 2 reasons. The first reason is to give players an incentive to constantly aim for achieving stun gauges while bringing the weaker characters up to snuff. At the same time, it also gives a new toy for the stronger players of the roster to play with. The second reason is to provide players that are struggling with tanky captains in their progression through the game. This is especially common within the higher difficulties. Giving players the ability to break the defenses of shadows and enemy captains takes the intimidation out of tackling higher level challenges. In terms of balance, Armor Strike acts as a sort of bridge between early to late game progression. It may not give you the captain's deleting properties of a dual warrior special between 2 level 99 characters with perfect stats, perfect skills, and perfect weapons, but it certainly puts players on the path to reaching that point as smooth as possible, and I believe that personally, that's good news for the community.